Hello, this is Charlene Cheng. In this video, we will introduce what is star schema and what is snowflake schema. We will compare the differences between the two schemas. First of all, let's take a look at the OLTP design. This design is the same as what we saw in previous video. We have stores table here, and in this table, there's a state ID which links to the states table. So there are two ways to organize the data. This is the normalization way. And actually, we can choose to use the denormalization, which combine all the columns in one single table. Let the state name and abbreviation go together with store ID and store name. In this way, when there are several stores come from the same state, then not only the state name but also the abbreviation gonna be repeated. And we can do the normalization as well. So in normalization, instead of having a bunch of repeated columns, you end up reducing things by using a repeated ID, state ID, and a separate table, hold the data. This way, you avoid redundant value, however, you create a new table. So it's the same when you design OLAP schema, OLAP design or data warehouse. The first way is put every columns into one single dimension table, which is simple and straightforward, but it has some redundant. And you have the choice to break those tables into two-dimension tables or normalize those tables. And in this way, you don't have redundance or repeated values, but you have more tables. The number of tables gonna increase. The first way or the first design is called star schema version, and the second is called snowflake schema version. In one word, the star version just allow one dimension table, but for the snowflake version, it allows several for just one dimension aspect. Here's another example. This is an OLAP design, and here is the fact. We also have 4 dimensions tables. The city reference to city ID, country reference to country ID, products reference to product ID, and employees references to employee ID. In this way, for each ID or each dimension aspect, there are only one single dimension table, or those are all denormalized tables. Then this design is called star schema design. And now if we add another table vendor, which share the same product ID as the product's dimension table, then this dimension or this design gonna be called snowflake schema design, because for the product ID dimension, it has 2 tables or it has normalization in it. Okay, let's do a comparison between star schema and snowflake schema. The snowflake schema could have normalized dimension tables, but the star schema only allows pure denormalized dimension tables. And because the SnowFlake schema has normalization, it reduces the redundancy and require less maintenance. However, the star schema is the opposite. It has more redundancy due to the normalized format, so it required more maintenance. And because the snowflake schema has normalization, it breaks the table into several different ones. So when you try to query some information from those tables, you need to write more complex queries and it needs more joins due to there are a lot of tables. But in star schema, because there's just one single table, the query would be simple and it asks for less joins. If you are concerned about integrity and duplication, you might choose to use the snowflake schema. If more than data integrity, speed and performance is concerned more, then you might choose star schema. So this is the differences between snowflake schema and star schema. I couldn't see which one is definitely better than the other one. When you try to decide which one you want to use, take all those information into consideration and make a decision based on your scenario.